Hi, I'm Connie with Mobile Paw Spa, and today we're going to be talking about walnut shell cat litter. Yes, it's cat litter made out of crushed walnut shells. Specifically, we're going to be talking about the Blue Buffalo brand. Now, you might be wondering why so many companies are trying to come up with cat litter made out of so many different resources. Well, there's a couple of reasons. First of all, clay litter can be harmful to cats, especially to kittens if it sticks to their feet and they ingest it. Also, clay litter, or the clay that's used to make cat litter, is strip mined, and that leaves the land virtually useless wherever it is mined. Now, I've also read a statistic where about as much as 2 million tons of cat litter ends up in our landfills every year. And again, with clay litter, it just kind of sits there. It takes a long, long time for it to break down. So that's why so many different companies are trying to look for newer alternative resources to make cat litter with. So again, this is crushed walnut shells. And of course, walnuts, or the walnut shells used to make it, are a renewable resource. So we're not talking any issues as far as damaging land to make it. It is also biodegradable, so it will break down if it's in landfills or if you use it in composting or it ends up in the earth. And Blue Buffalo states there's no chemicals or toxins in it. Now, as far as odor goes, we'll talk about the odor of the product itself first. There is a slight smell to it. I'm not even going to really say it's a nutty smell, even though that's what we would think, being it's made out of walnut. But it does have a slight odor to it. I'm not going to say it's good or bad, but it does have a slight aroma to it. It's nothing that my cats have found offensive. They took to it right away. Now, as far as odor control, I have not noticed any urine smell whatsoever when my cats have been using this litter. And we've been experimenting with it for about a month. So I would say very good odor control. Now, my cats don't always cover up their solid waste when they use the litter box. So, of course, I will notice that. If they don't cover it until at least it's been sitting there for a few minutes, then I don't notice it. Now, as far as clumping goes, I would say it's pretty comparable to clay litter, maybe not quite as firm, but I'm very satisfied with the firmness of the clumps. One thing though you just want to be careful with when you're scooping the litter box, just try not to scoop right through the middle of a clump because they'll probably break apart a little bit easier. As far as dust goes, they do say it's dust-free. Of course, that's a claim from just about every litter out there. I would not call it dust-free by any means, but I would say it's very low dust and very low in dust if we are comparing it to clay litter. I've noticed a little bit of dust on the top ledge of the litter box, and I sometimes have noticed a little dust on my one cat who has white paws, but I'm also pretty happy with the dust, or I should say lack of dust. And then finally, tracking. It does track a little bit. Again, I would say it would compare more favorably if we were comparing this to the tracking of clay litter. I do see a little bit right outside the litter box, but definitely it does not track all over the house. And of course, it's always a good idea to have a tracking mat right outside the litter box, and that definitely helps. So all in all, I would say this is a really, really good litter. If you're looking to try something new, I would definitely recommend you giving this a try. Now, I do have a link where this can be purchased, and I also have a link where you will find other items that I use in my grooming business if you're interested in checking those out. And I also welcome your questions and comments and invite you to subscribe to my YouTube channel. Thank you.